Hey guys, yeah, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well and hope life has been good on your end. It's been a while here. Today I am going to be working on a NextJS application. I was contracted by a company to build a website for them, and it's going to be a simple website, a single page application, and I intend to do that with Next.js, as you can see on my screen, and Tailwind, because Tailwind, why not? Tailwind is quite easy for me and straightforward. So initially, I wanted to just get a template online, a free template, and just edit it to look like what and just edit it. But then I decided to just try out something different, to be dynamic and to be creative. So I hope that goes well. So I'm starting the project from scratch, and let's head over to my VS Code. Yeah, we are here. Let's just close this. So I'll be yeah, so I'm in the right folder already. CD and work. So I'm just gonna copy, copy this command and run it here and change the my project to my project name, Susanna Services. And would you like to use Tailwind? Of course, yeah. Oh, there. Would you like to use SRC directory? Let's say, nope, nope. Would you like to use app router recommended? Yes. Would you like to customize the default import alias? Customize. Let's just say yes. What input alias? Okay, maybe I should have said no. Okay, so I just pressed enter and it's going. I hope it's not going to cause any issues for me. Okay, I think they made like ads or asterisks, right? And I didn't have anything in there. I feel like I want to start afresh. Let me just start afresh, please. I feel like it will have created a folder already, so yeah, it has. So let's go back and then remove this and clear, and then let's just do like none of that happened. Enter. Okay. So would you like to use Tailwind? Yes. SRC. I think I said no first, then yes for this. No. Then we're here. So while this is going on, it might take a few minutes. Let's go ahead and copy the next command, which is okay. It's just to cd into change directory. That's what cd means, in case you're wondering. So we're just going to change directory to the new into the new project directory. Once this is done, and after that, we're going to be using this command to install Tailwind CSS and some other packages. And this. It's pretty straightforward. So let's just take it one step at a time, and we're done here. So the next thing is to cd and then run this command. Yeah, so it says install Tailwind CSS and its peer dependencies via npm, and then run the init command to generate both tailwind.config.js and postcss.config.js. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. Okay, and that is done. Then you're gonna initialize Tailwind CSS, and that is done. The next thing is to configure your template part. So before I go ahead and do this, I have to open up my project, the newly created project on my VS Code. So I'm just going to do code dots, and it's going to open up a new VS Code window for me, which I believe we are already in. Okay. All right. So, okay, actually, it's supposed to create a new window, but I was already in the project because I had previously created this and then deleted it. Okay, so the next step is to configure our template path. Add the path to all of your template files in your tailwind.config.js file. And so let's go ahead and look for it. Tailwind.config of JS. Yeah, we can see it too. So in here, inside of the content, we're gonna have this like so. I think that's all. Then add the tailwind directive to your CSS. Add that at tailwind directives. I'll just copy this into global.css. I'm trying to find this file. It doesn't seem to be here. Okay, okay, it's inside app. So to find out, to simply search for your NF any file, you just hold Command P or Control P, depending on what you're using, and then type in the file name, and voila. So okay, this is already it's already here, so there's no need for that. Then the next step is to start your build process. Let's clear this first of all, and then we have npm run dev. Okay, and then let's open this. Okay, so here we are. So get started by editing app slash page.csx. So we are officially started. Now the real work begins. So let's head over to app um here. App page.csx, yeah. So I'm just gonna clear all this and start on a very fresh slate. But before that, I'm I want to create a folder for my images, which I'm going to be dumping here. I just have images here. Then I'm going to be pasting a couple of images into this folder. So I'm going to be starting with the top parts, like the header, and the this part from the top to the middle. So it's I'm looking at it having a background image and some big text. So let's get started with that. So I have a couple of images here which I'll probably change. but I'll be working with this right now, and I'll be heading over to my app slash page.tsx, and I'll be getting rid of a whole lot of unnecessary um items here, starting with this. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to comment them out first of all. Yeah, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. Now we have an image here, which I don't think we need to. Which we also do not need. Okay, I just want to comment this out for a start. There's also another image here. I think this is fine. I have main, a div, then get started by editing. Okay, I think we are good to go. So I'm looking at having a div right here with a color. Let's give this a background of blue. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so we already have LG Flex Max width 5XL, W full, and Z index of 10. Then the min has a padding of 24, which I want to remove because I want this color div to span from the left end to the right end. What else do I need to remove? What do we have in here? Let's give this a height of probably gonna change this later, but let's say 3/4. What does it look like? 3/4. Okay. Mean height of screen. And this is 75%. Text small max width 5XL. Let's take this off. See what we have. Okay. So we've gotten it to span from left to right. Then I intend to have the image in here. So let's try and change this to background image dot jpg, I believe. And it's nowhere to be found. So maybe I'm not getting it well. Previously, we had like a Vercel logo, which I believe is being gotten from here, Vercel.svg. So I'm just trying to replace. Okay. I have to have my images. I just remembered I created an images folder. So we have slash images slash this, and we have something going on here. And I would like to remove this, but I don't think that it is required. Let's see what we have. Yeah, missing required with property. There's a certain property that is used to, let me look for it. Um, I think it's contained or cover display. Um, let's give this 1000 for a start. Now it also requires the height. Let's say 500. Let's see what that looks like. So actually, I want this image to be behind. This is supposed to fill up here. There's a way to do that. I'm really trying to remember. I think I may have to check Google. Okay, there are some. We can see other properties here. And optimize, override, SLs. Okay, layout, object, fit. I think that's what I'm looking for. So in order to go into the image, into the component file, I just have to do control, hold command or control, and then click on the image name, which is image, the component name, which is image. So let's try out layout. What do we need here? This should have some specific stuff. So we're not seeing anything here. So maybe I still have to object feeds. I know it has specific width required, missing required feeds. Okay, let's check this. Our layout, object feed, object position, width and height. Um okay, so let's just quickly check this. Okay, I think this may work for me. Let's try out sizes. No, I don't think that's what I need. Let's go back. Okay, so let's try this out. W full H auto. Okay, I didn't realize there was already a class name here. So let's see what this looks like. Okay. Um sizes 100 view W VW. Mm, let me okay, we have this height inside there. Oh my goodness. I need to get rid of this. Oh dear. So it doesn't keep and then I just realized that this is also inside um an anchor tag, which is really what which is really what we do not want. Okay, I think this is better. I think that space comes with the image. All right, so this looks good. So the next thing is to let's try to reduce the opacity because I want it to have like a blue overlay. So let's see what opacity zero does. Um, how does Tailwind handle this? 5 is what? Okay, 0.05. Okay, we're getting somewhere. 0 point, what could this be? 0.15. Okay. I think this is fine. This is fine for now. I feel like I might run into an issue somewhere, but let's just keep it up. I just keep going. I'm gonna have text all over this. So, but I think I should try that first of all. Let me try to have a text on top of this and see what that looks like. So right now we have an image inside the div. And then what happens when we try to add like an H1 tag, we say Susanne services. Where does it go? Yeah, most definitely. Okay, it's at the bottom. Okay, that makes sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. And but I would want this to be on top. Let's try to have an absolute. I'm not seeing any. I'm not getting my IntelliSense. Please bring back my IntelliSense VS Code. Let me see BG something. Okay. What did I try to type? Absolute position. Oh there. Absolute should be a Tailwind class name. I'm not sure why I'm not getting. Yeah, it is. So where is it now? So where is my name? Okay, let's have a text of white. Does this work? Yeah, it does. Can't still see it. So let's also have a top value of 10. Where is it? Nowhere to be found. And let's have a left value of 0. Okay, now there might be a problem. I can't see it on top, so let's try to give it a Z index of a okay, 10. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this is working so far. So far. So I'm supposed to have like a large text at the middle. Um, so let me just have it here. All right, so we have this, and I'm just going to take make the text a bit bigger. Let's say um what's this for? Opacity font. I think font should work. Okay, it's not working. Text SM. All right. What else do we have? B large. This is not large enough, but we can. I'd like to see what looks like. Pretty. Okay, text wrap pretty. Please, what's the difference? I think it looks the same. Font serif. Nah. But let's try to increase the font size of this though. So we have 6XL. Okay. Oh, that's way too big. And we have both here. So I have to get rid of this. Let's try 3. And we can't see it anymore. Because there's no space here. And what? Font serif is not a good idea, please. Extra bold. Ooh. Okay, let's just try and get it to the middle. Then we'll figure out what to do in there. We'll figure out how to make it work. Okay. To the middle, we have top 0. So let's try to have top 1.5 over 2. What does that look like? Okay. Um, I'm trying to move. Okay. The left 1/2. What does that look like? Yeah. Okay. Funny enough, this location is not bad, but we need it to be at the center of this div. So I think the next thing to do is to Oh, this is actually outside this div. Hmm. Me thinks that it should be inside. They should share a common div, both our background here and this. So I can give it an overlay. But what if I have this inside here? What's that going to look like? Okay, it works. So let's try and give this a relative class. Does this come up a bit? Or is it just me? Yeah, it does. It came up a bit because it's now at the center of this, relative to this. I keep typing the wrong thing. Okay, so but we still need to get this to the middle. So maybe 1/2 is not the right to use for left because 1/2 means it's beginning at the middle. But we want everything to be at the middle, right? So let's see what else we have. Let's move it to say 25%. Does that make sense? 3/4 is what? 75. So 1/4 should be 25. Okay, 1/4. I'm not talking about the top. It should be the left. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we needed to have some kind of wrap and a width. How is this gonna work? Width of, let's just say width of 50%. Okay, we're kind of getting somewhere, but we're not there yet. Um, so let's add something called font. I think it's called text balance. Text wrap balance. Is that what we had here before? No, no, no. I don't like this. Text align justify. No. Text align center. All right, we seem to be making some progress, but this font size still needs a lot of help. Let's see what we can do. Text Okay, so we're trying to font extra bold fonts. I should probably get some imported fonts, which I'm going to look out for in a second. But let me just play around with this a little more and see if it's gonna give me something that's oh, for some reason this is not looking bad. Even though I wanted something really bold. What do you guys think? So let's try to take the text size to 5L. Mm, say 4. I forgot my hyphen. Okay, for now, let's just leave it like this, okay? The next thing I want to do is to add my logo, and let's see what we can do about that. So I'm just gonna copy this image right inside here because why not? Copy and paste is there for a reason. So I think I have what's the name of that logo? Susanna large dot png. I have to remove this alt. But the size of this one is I think I'm okay with my let's do this, yeah. I'm okay with giving this a fixed width and height for now. Okay, what just happened? I'm not liking the way it is looking. So let's also give it an absolute and yeah, remove this opacity because we don't need it now. H auto. Yeah, we don't need a height of automatic height. Oh wow. 100. Is 100 this big? Okay, I have width full. That's why. I was scared for a millisecond. Oh, this logo is I'm not sure I like the way it's looking, but let's see. Probably have to change this blue color, but I was already loving the blue color because I need the logo to look better. So with absolute now, I think top 0 should be fine. Top 20, top 20, um, top 20 what? Top 10. Let's take it to top 5 players of the year. Oh, that logo looks really dull there. I'll probably request or get a better logo. All right, so I feel like the logo still needs to go up a little more, and maybe it should be a bit smaller. Let's take it to 80. Wow, it's not getting better. Let's take it to top. Okay, see, even anything like top two because I need to make sure that okay, there is top two. I think it's okay like that, but something has to change. So I think for now, I'm not um I'm not so I'm not okay. I like the way it's going so far, right? I like the way this is going so far, and I hope we're going to make much more progress. So I want to have like a couple of tags, anchor tags at the top, links if you may, home. And this brings us to the end of part one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something new. And even if you didn't learn something new, I hope you learned something that you should not do in your own project. Yeah. So, and I also like to mention that in this video there are lots of old practices that were used and obsolete practices. So, before you copy and use in your project, please go online, go to the documentation, check, ask ChatGPT, cross check before making use of it in your project. And if you spotted any of those old practices, let me know in the comment section if you saw them. Let us all learn together and grow together. And finally, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share with your friends, and drop your comment, please. I would like to know you and know where you're watching from. Finally, let me know if you want a part 2 of this series, and I'll upload that in a couple of days. Thank you so much and have a wonderful time. Bye.